Greetings and salutations, humans of Earth. It's Red Wild Rider. Once again, this is video number 2 of opening pre-release packs and making a deck out of them, as if we were going to a pre-release. Okay, gotta do what you can do in these times. So I opened the right box yesterday, and now this is the left box. So let's see what's in the magical left box. Something else fell behind here. A lot of things just all happened at once. But I was going to say, I'm actually changed my setup a little bit today. I think the videos will be much more comfortable for me to do, and I think we'll get some better shots of cards and stuff. I changed a little bit of location and devices and whatnot, and well, not devices to prop up my camera. Yeah, so like I said, I made a couple of changes. Hopefully this will be a better setup, and I could use this for situations in the future. So let's see what happy stuff we have in here. We have a blue die, this time blue die. We have an Indatha Triome as our pre-release kit foil. I don't want to, it's going to really be bright between the plastic and the foil, but that is a pretty foil. I'm very happy with opening that. That is pretty cool. So we're going to leave that up there because we might use it. I actually use it. The one I opened in one of my decks yesterday, I think it was the Kestria. I want to just keep that off camera. For the record, these tokens are really thick in comparison to the ones that come in the normal packs. The ones that come in the normal packs are regular card stock. These are actually pretty durable. This cardboard is not flexible at all. You know, it's a little flexible, I mean, obviously, but it's considerably stronger than cardstock. Okay, and it's very clearly obvious that it's considerably thicker. So anyway, let's get down to the packs. Let's see what we got in here. Bring the box over to the side. Put a little divider thing that never works in any deck box I've ever used it in. Does anybody else have that experience? I don't know. But anyway, let's get to the first pack. The last pull was the last pre-release I did was last night, and that was pretty good. Okay, I still haven't edited the video. I haven't edited all the videos yet. I'm saying these things. I'm not going to go through the comments this time, by the way. We'll just look at them as they come along when we're looking at the packs later and the pulls and seeing what our pool is. I will talk about the uncommons, though, because some of them, I'm certain a lot of them we didn't see yesterday. But, yeah, so I still haven't edited any of the videos. I'm going to get to that. I just haven't had the time, the energy, and I've actually had this set up, but this is not where I do my editing. I want to do my editing somewhere else where it's a little more comfortable for me, but I might have to just knuckle down and do it in here. So anyway, uncommons, we have Swallow Whole. Lets you exile target tapped creature, and so target tapped creature +1. Oh, you have to pay the additional cost by tapping a creature, but it gets a +1/+1 counter. I mean, okay, it's removal. It's removal. Rooting Moloch, if you're gonna play cycling, Rooting Moloch's your guy. Is that Porcuparrot? Yes, it is Porcuparrot. That's actually not that bad. If we end up with mutating in red, that would be great. What's our rare? The Ozolith! Oh my god, I needed this. I needed this for one of my commander decks. I mean, you haven't seen my commander deck yet. I promise that's coming. But my Atraxa deck is all +1/+1 counters. So, yeah, this is pretty solid. I'm so happy I finally opened one. It was one of the few rares I haven't opened yet. Whew. The Ozolith. And that's a foil uncommon Skull Prophet. That's pretty good. If we have some graveyard shenanigans going on, that's definitely going to be something we want to take a look at to play. All right, so not bad, that first pack. Woo! First pack excitement. That's what I like to see in a pre-release pack. First pack excitement. Now the rest of the packs will be garbage and we'll be okay, but you know how that goes. So anyway, yeah, I'm not going to go through the comments. Just put them in my piles. I usually just sort by color. We got one of the colorless cards this time, Mysterious Egg. Something interesting that I noticed, and I don't know if it's just the pre-release packs in general or whatever, but I haven't seen too many alternate arts. Okay, Sanctuary Lockdown, obviously, if you're playing humans, this gets ridiculous. Okay, so that's pretty good. Football Crater, I guess it's okay. The fact that it's cycling, it only costs 1 mana. It doesn't do anything funky to your land or anything. I guess it's okay if you have a deck that cares about trample and haste. Particularly if you're playing like the red green with the wild bonder that we had yesterday. I will try to put these videos up in order. Sanctuary Smasher. Anything with first strike's pretty solid, even at a high cost. 4 toughness, I'm pretty sure there's a couple of spells in here that will do 4 toughness, but I don't know if a lot of them are going to really get played, but this is sealed. You do kind of see it. But first strike is really strong in combat, so that's good. And we got Extinction Event as our second rare. I'm not really a huge fan of this card. I don't know why my camera's not focusing. Hello, camera. You want to focus? Focus on this. But you get to choose odd or even, and you exile each creature with there we go. It's so bad. It's like I don't want to focus on this thing. Exiling creatures is good. Having to choose between some creatures and other creatures in some situations is good. In some situations, it's horrible. If it's even money on getting rid of, you can't get rid of 2 creatures that are harassing you. You can't get rid of one of them because they're converted mana cost. Kind of feels bad, but I mean, it's kind of a pull into black. I'm not going to lie. Another foil, the Almighty Brushwag. Oh, this is a great guy in green. any creature that can pump itself like this is fine as a 1-drop. Yeah, Extinction Event, I mean, it kind of falls into the same territory as Void Winnower and stuff like that, but Void Winnower is better because it screws people up long term, and it may mean they can't play their removal spells at all. Extinction Event is removal, but you really have to kind of get lucky, and anytime you talk about getting lucky in Magic, I automatically panic because my luck historically has just been awful, and I fully own it. I mean, I always used to get bad draws all the time. And my friends were like, okay, well, oh, look at this, we got an alternate art card finally, Pouncing Shore Shark. Whenever it mutates, you can bounce a creature. It's okay. But what I was going to say is, my friends were like, show us how you shuffle. So I showed them how I shuffled, and I got all that done. These cards we had yesterday, so that's fine. That's fine. Eerie Ultimatum. Likelihood of us playing it. Hilarious that we did get the Indotha Triumph, which I believe is the right color combination for this, but it could be good. It could be the game winner, actually. But you have to be playing all 3 colors. So if we're not playing all 3 colors, we're not going to bother playing it. Kind of throwing it on the side there. So they're like, show us how you shuffle, and they sat there for hours trying to shuffle the way I shuffled, and seeing the cards that they drew, and we came to the conclusion that something about the way my hands touch the cards must be it, because there's no other rhyme or reason to it. There really isn't, and it's sad, but it's true. So I just shuffle like I feel like I shuffle normally. Thieving Otter, I don't think we saw this yesterday, but Thieving Otter is really, really good. Fully grown, these cards. So yeah, sometimes it is what it is. You can't do anything about it. We got Evolving Wilds. It's always helpful. We got Exuberant Wolf Bear. Whenever it attacks, you change base power. Oh yeah, this guy. If you got the right combination of cards, it works. Easy Prey, kind of a removal spell. It gets rid of little dorks, but sometimes you need to do that, and it does get rid of tokens as well. If anything, if there's anything to worry about with generating tokens, I don't think so. Savai Crystal, very nice. And Mythos of Snapdax. Well, it's actually the Savai colors, which is nice. See, I'm learning the names. I just saw the card. That really helped. But this isn't a bad card. It's pretty decent removal. So we have a pretty decent pull into white, I think, right now, from just going off the top of my head and not really looking at, not really looking closely at some of the cards. But I think we might be playing white black for sure, and that means we might be able to squeeze in green for Eerie Ultimatum, even if it ends up being the only green thing that ends up in the final deck. But we did have some pretty decent green stuff from what I've seen, what I've been looking at as I've been flipping through the cards. So, all right, Raking Claws, Will of the All Hunter. Oh, this is a very nice spell because it's a nice reverse combat trick that can pump up one of your creatures permanently. And I like pumping up your creatures permanently, and you can always cycle it away if you're already ahead. So not bad. I like it. Zagoth Mamba. Whenever this creature mutates, target creature and opponent controls it's -2/-2. Okay, once again, if we're going to mutate, then yeah. Leave the Stampede. Yeah, maybe might have to play white, black, green and use all the fancy cards. Slither Wisp is our rare. Whenever you cast another spell that has flash. Now, I did see a couple of things with flash, so this might be something to look at as well. Leave that down there. Swiftwater Cliffs is our land, which doesn't really matter. Okay, and our companion token, because we really needed a companion token. All right, last pack. Let's see what we got here. Got Perimeter Sergeant, another Thieving Otter. Wow. Garrison Cat, Mutual Destruction. All right, another colorless card, Farfinder. Okay, Coordinated Charge, Excavation Wall. Okay, here we get to the uncommons. Alert Heat Bonder. It's white-green. I don't know how much vigilance we have going on, but it's something that we'll be looking at. Grim Dancer is really, really good. 3-mana, 3/3 that comes in with 2 keyword abilities. That's really solid. I like it. Another General's Enforcer. We didn't get any legendary humans, though. So there is that problem. And a Whirlwind of Thought. I can't avoid this dang card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card. I mean, it's good, but we're clearly doing something white, green, black, or white, black, or whatever. Because there's just, I think there's just too much good stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at really fast my blue and my red and just see if I'm really overly impressed with anything I see here in terms of quantity of cards and quantity of good things to play. I'm seeing a Dirtle Turtle, not more Dirtle Turtle, but Phase Dolphin's actually not bad because it gives another creature unblockable, but you have to have the creature to make it good. One mine, here's Glimmer Bell. I'm not really super impressed with this blue pile over here. The 2 Thieving Otters is good. Having a Phase Dolphin lets it get through, which is good, but then you gotta, it's turn 3, turn 4, you're drawing your first card on turn 5. I don't know how I feel about that. Pouncing Shore Shark is cute, but we don't have anything else really to play around with. Maybe Glimmer Bell. It does have flash, but it's the only thing we have that has flash. No Captures here also has flash. So let's take a quick look at the black because we did get the Slither Wisp, which does care about flash, but I don't recall seeing a lot of flash. Payoff for flash, okay, but not really feeling that we had anything with flash. So, all right, so blue's out. We're pretty much done looking at the blue cards. And I'm pretty sure red's going to be the same. I don't recall seeing any real removal. I think it's a lot like the red I had in the other pool last night. 3 Raking Claws. Wait, were there any more Raking Claws before? Okay, now good. But a second Dragon's Singer. Well, if I had a lot of cycling cards, maybe take a quick look at blue again, see if I have a lot of cycling. Sanctuary Smasher has cycling. That has cycling. But not a lot of creatures. 2 more creatures. They all have cycling. But I didn't have a lot of creatures in blue. That's going to be a rough sell to do that. It might have to go blue, black, red. But I'm just going white, black, green. I mean, I like looking at this and mulling it over before I completely throw myself off into what I want to do. Just to make sure that I'm not clowning myself. I didn't have anything big in any of these colors, and that is an issue. Meanwhile, I have some big things to do in the colors that I'm choosing, so I think blue and red are out. I didn't really have any removal back here, nothing to really deal damage. I could steal a creature, but I had no way to get rid of it. I could draw some cards to give my creatures double strike, and I could cycle some stuff. But I'm not super happy with anything in here. And as a matter of fact, I just thought to look for the cycling, and there's one cycling card in blue. For real? Yeah. No. Okay. We're out of blue and red. That's it. So that's down. We can take all these cards and shove them over here. And now we can start looking at what we can really do here. I've got two of these Generals Enforcers that give my legendary humans indestructible, which again, like I said, does not help. I did not get any legendary humans that I can tell. But I can exile cards from graveyards, and if they're creature cards, I can create 1/1 tokens. Now the thing is that I'm obviously, if I'm going to play Eerie Ultimatum, I'm going to be doing this to my opponent's graveyard. There's no reason for me not to. Okay, but I mean this is a top of curve card, so well, let me put this over here too while we're at it. But this is a top of curve card. This is the card that's going to eventually win you the game. So we should be looking at some sacrifice effects. We should be looking at creatures that are going to go into combat and maybe trade instead of trying to create a dirtily board state, which can end up happening. The Ozolith is something that we'll take a look at later because it's really going to depend on if we end up with a lot of counters, which we might not necessarily. Put the Brushwag over there. And the Skull Prophet should go with the... I'll just put it over here for now. I'm going to... Oh, no. It's 2 mana card. Let me put it with the other 2 mana stuff. All right, so maybe we can really start looking at what's going on here. Okay, so we got the Alert Heat Bonder. I don't recall seeing a lot of Vigilance. I'm going to take another quick look. I'll take a look at white and green. I haven't looked at them at all yet, so let's see what our creatures are here too, because that's obviously going to be relevant. We're going to be able to bring back permanence with Eerie Ultimatum if we do choose to play it. So we're looking for permanence, and we're looking for lots of permanence with different names. And hopefully some stuff with cycling as well. So let's look at that. Creature. Woo! I see a lot of creatures. I see an enchantment. Okay. I see a metric ton of creatures. As far as spells are concerned, because we only have a few of them, we do have Sanctuary Lockdown that boosts up our humans, which is going to do something at least. I mean, we're going to have a bunch of humans around apparently. I mean, all these guys are humans right here. 4 creatures already that we're looking to play in that are humans. So obviously we're playing Sanctuary Lockdown. It's an enchantment. We can get it back with Eerie Ultimatum if somehow they get rid of it, as long as they don't exile it. And we can start to play the long game. And maybe if I have a lot of creatures with human tokens, it's going to help also. Coordinated Charge might be helpful, but I'm not going to put it in there immediately. Will of the All Hunter is a thought. It might turn out to be really good with the Ozolith. I'm going to put it up here with the Ozolith. Because if I'm going to play one, I'm going to absolutely play the other. Believe it or not, I'm losing faith in Mythos to Snapdax. I'm expecting to be playing a lot of creatures and just littering the board, which is why I'm not immediately throwing away Coordinated Charge. But I'm not really sure I want to play this at this point. I'm not going to be playing red, so I'm not going to get to choose the permanence for my opponent, which ideally I would like to do. Then I might be willing to do it. But I don't recall seeing too much big in my green pile, and I definitely didn't see much in the black pile. So I don't know if this is necessarily my best play. I'm going to put it on the side because it's a possibility. I'll put it with the Savite Crystal, but I really don't think it's going to happen. I have a feeling that that's not going to make the final cut. I'm not going to worry about my white creatures now. If I'm going to play 3-color, first thing I want to do after this now, because I mean my white was just really strong. I had to take a look at that, but I haven't looked at my green at all yet. And that's huge because I need creatures. Now, Excavation Mold puts cards into my graveyard. That's nice. It's not creatures. Creature, not creatures. Creature, not creature. Ooh, a lot of spells in green. I think I have a decent number of creatures in black, so I might be able to just be white-black and splash the green. So what I play from green as of now is going to be more determined by Humble Naturalist seems really strong. Kind of on the edge about it, but I think out of anything in this deck that's green, these two are probably the best two, and maybe Excavation Wall when I look more at my black spells. But so far, it's like these three, maybe the Brushback, but I doubt it. I kind of don't want to play these guys at all. I seem to have a little human theme going, so I might want to try to stick to more humans and stuff that interacts with humans. Having said that, let me take a quick look at the spells in the pile. So green's going to be kind of off to the side for now. That's if I really am going to fully commit to this Eerie Ultimatum blend, which is entirely possible. Fully grown gives trample counters. That can be nice with the Ozolith. But I don't think I'm going to go deep into green for that. Lead the Stampede is going to be good. I have 3 fully growns, 2 plummets. This was not very impressive on the green spells at all. 3 mana for this effect is kind of slow. I'm not a fan. And it doesn't make sense to double up on a creature anyway, so that's even worse. You might want to do 2 separate creatures, and you can, and it's 6 mana. So no. Lead the Stampede, though, would definitely be on my short list of spells. So I really think that we're looking at potentially 4 green cards to play. We do have an Evolving Wilds, that helps. We do have the exact specific Triome that we needed for this as well, so that's also quite helpful. But like I said, I really think that we're going to be leaning on green as a third color as opposed to a major player here. All right, so let's start breaking this down. This is we have Grim Dancer. We have the Zagoth Mamba, which is really a mutate creature. So Night Squad Commando. I think we had 2 of them. Yeah, we have 2 Night Squad Commandos. He's going to be making human creature tokens because we're going to be swinging. This is going to be a very aggressive deck. I think we only had, let me see, creatures other than that. Just those 2. Okay, so we're kind of short on creatures in black, but our creatures are good. Durable Coilbug is funny. I love Brute Nipper for this. I think it's going to be fine. Coilbug, if it had cycling, I'd be much happier about it. I'm not. It is a bear though. Cavern Whisperer, 4/4 Menace could be good. I mean, I don't have anything big yet on here, but let's see the spells because I'm going to want to play some spells as well. Destroy target creature with converted mana cost 2 or less. This might need to happen. We'll slot it in. I don't like that. Love Deadweight, especially if we're going to go the Eerie Ultimatum route. Getting multiple counters is going to be very good at instant speed. I'm a fan. That's a possibility. I think we might have to play Extinction Event here. We'll just always name odd. Almost always, if we're going to have a lot of tokens. It depends. Let me see. Corpse Churn might not be that bad. We have Second Unlikely Aid. We have 2 Mutual Destructions. That's very interesting. I'm going to have to take a look and see how many tokens we're going to be making. And how we're going to set this up. Because I kind of like Corpse Churn too with the Eerie Ultimatum plan. That could be helpful. So we're going to take a look at this. And I'm going to go through that 2 pile very soon because I think once we put the white creatures down, this thing's going to get overloaded real fast. But I'm really interested in these 4 spells. But I have to see what else happens. I'm totally not interested in Memory Leak. 3 mana for a discard is just, yeah, I'm not about that life there. Okay, so Day Squad Marshal, we have another 4-drop that makes token. Garrison Cat's going to make a token when he dies, which is fine. He's probably going to die a lot. Permanent Sergeant attacks gives humans a bonus. Seems all right. Not really sure how much cycling we're going to have, but he's another bear, so I'm not going to completely discount him. But these cards down here are more if we're on theme or not. I don't think I'm going to be cycling a lot of cards, so I don't know how much I'm in love with Snare Tactician. But he's a 2/3 for 3 mana, and he's got a bonus. It's not a combat bonus, but it could be. So I think I'm all right with. Oh wait, I have another Perimeter Sergeant. He's definitely going in. Dragon's Healer, again, I have two of them. Woof. Imposing Vantasaur is like my big creature on the table. Wow. But he has Cycling, which is very good with Eerie Ultimatum, so I'm kind of liking this Eerie Ultimatum plan more and more. Patasia Tiger, absolutely. That goes. Several Vigilance and the Snare Tactician. We're going to put that in the Dragon's Healer category because if I really see a lot of Cycling, then maybe that's going to be part of our game plan. Main Serval, again, this is not a tanking deck. We're not going to look to do stuff like that. So I might Coordinated Charge now might become better if there's already a cycling theme going on. So I'm going to put that over here. What do we have cycling? We have the Vantasaur. None of those guys, none of those guys, not that. Not that. Definitely not the Heat Bonder. Although the Heat Bonder becomes less important because I don't think I have much Vigilance. I think the only thing that I had Vigilance was the 1/4. So I don't. And the Vantasaur, but he's a 3/6. I mean, it's gonna be tricky because there's not a lot of. This is one of those things when you don't open big creatures. What did these guys do? Totally forgot. I was gonna look at them first, and then mutate when it's just battlefield. Oh, might need the Farfinder, and that has Vigilance. Might need the Farfinder. We're gonna have to look at some numbers later. But this is a really low curve deck, aside from the fact that there's a slightly heavy top end. And I still have the green cards that I wanted to place. I definitely wanted to get the Naturalist in. We're going to need mana to cast creatures. Probably want the Excavation Mole too. And then probably leave the Stampede. I'm gonna be making a lot of cuts very shortly. Relax. That is so gonna happen. But we do have the Evolving Wilds. We do have the land. The Memory Leak is trash. Put it in the pile that we're not going to play. So we have 2 lands for the deck already. We can sort that out later. We're not going to use any of that. Was there a lot of +1/+1 counter? I think I could, but I'm not doing it. Create a 1/1 token. No. I don't think any of these guys played around with +1/+1 counters. No, he just made tokens if I swung. Grim Dancer's count is just regular counters. Corpse Churn, the Fangs. That have cycling? No, it doesn't have cycling, but it is +1/+1 counters. That has cycling. I think I might just forget about the +1/+1 theme because I think even with the counters, I'm not 100%. Although actually, no, that's kind of good. Let me count how many cards I have here too. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yeah, 23 +4. Okay, so I'm 4 over. From kind of where I want to be. So time to start slicing. I only have one drop creature, but I have a bunch of 2 drops, which is not bad because they could be swinging on turn 2. So I really did want to play the Naturalist because even if I draw them late, it's fine. Boot Nipper comes in with the counters on it. I think I'm going to just play the Ozolith because I seem to have enough stuff that plays around with counters. So I may as well, I think. Skull Prophet definitely puts more cards in my graveyard. As long as I don't punt Eerie Ultimatum, I'm fine. I don't think the Generals and Forces are going to do a heck of a lot. They're just really good cards. Maybe I'll just drop 1 over there, and we'll leave 1 out. We'll see where things go. Easy Prey. I'm not playing any of the cycling cards, so Easy Prey becomes very much less important. Corpse Churn is great. Does exactly what we needed to do. Unexpected Fangs. Yeah, that's another counter thing, so that's going to be fine if we're going to play the Ozolith. Just checking here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Just checking my non-creature spells because I do want to pay attention to balance. So the Heat Bonder we weren't 100% sure about. Because I don't really have a lot of creatures with Vigilance. The Grim Dancer was a lock. Night Squad Commandos, both are locks. Perimeter Sergeants, both are locks. It's a pretty good combination to have. Might want to play the Heat Bonder because it's a human, but Excavation Mold does further our strategy. We have already 5 creatures, 10. No, 5, 11. And up here we've already got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So now, aside from playing Sanctuary Lockdown and Lead the Stampede, it's arguments for Farfinder and Alert Heat Bonder. I don't think we're going to get a lot out of the Heat Bonder. I don't have enough Vigilance guys. It's clearly not a theme of what's going on in the deck, so I'm not sure if it's exactly the thing I want to play. So Heat Bonder is probably going to get the boot. I'd really like to play Farfinder because it's another land search, and that's going to help for Eerie Ultimatum. So I might have to figure out something to cut at that point, because we're going to need to do that. But yeah, I think the Heat Bonder is probably double white's going to probably be a problem for this deck. I'm probably going to just go 5, 5, and 5 on the lands. And I would cross my fingers and hope that it all worked out. Yeah, I think I only need 1 Generals of Force. I don't really have too many things I have multiple copies of. The Perimeter Sergeant and the Night Squad Commander were nice because they actually do stuff. And if I get one on the battlefield and I have one in the graveyard, I can just bring the one in the graveyard back with Eerie Ultimatum, so that's not a problem. So I'm going to just do a quick one more count. That's 3, 9, 12, 15, 18. 21, 23, 24, 25. Oh wait, I'm still 2 cards over. I thought I took out a bunch of cards. Oh, maybe I have to do something else. I only have that 1 creature with a dice trigger, so I'm beginning to think that Extinction Event might be nice, but I might just power through with my creatures and just win everything immediately on the board and just let that slide. So I'm not sure I want to be doing that. If I have to use Extinction Event, I think I probably already lost the game. So I probably don't want to do that. So that's another card out. I like that because it's Vigilance. I like that because it's a flyer and it's humans. Now I'm wondering if the Cavern Whisperer is even worth playing. The Menace is actually pretty solid. The Wolf Bear is good. The Day Squad Marshal's good, but the Day Squad Marshal's probably my least beneficial thing going on in that pile, and I really do want all this other stuff. Definitely want the 2 Perimeter Sergeants. There's no question about that. I think having 2 Night Squad Commandos is fine as well. I have 4 2-drop creatures and 1 1-drop creature, so I'm pretty sure I can get a relative amount of time. Get that token out of them. I can certainly do it with an Eerie Ultimatum, especially if I do like a quote unquote bad combat. Okay, it's like, why are you attacking? Oh, you're gonna Eerie Ultimatum and bring all your stuff back. Well, if you're gonna do that, okay, but yeah, so I might just cut the Whisperer and just, and at that point just sort of let it roll out. The high end of my curve is I have a lot of white. I might do like 6/5/4 maybe, but the 4 would be black. No, I can't do that. It would have to be 5/5/5. Wait, what do I have here? I think I have a Jungle Hollow. Oh, that's helpful. So 6/4/4 and a Jungle Hollow, and there we go. There we go. That'll work. So yeah, so to be 6 planes, because I don't have the I don't have a white producing land outside of that, outside the triome. Yeah, 6 planes, 4 swamps, 4 forests, and yeah, I would probably run this pile. I wouldn't be surprised if I lost horribly, but as long as I got Eerie Ultimatum off a couple of times that day and got the win because of it. Uh, you know, and I'm talking about that Eerie Ultimatum when now I'm feeling a little bit of love for Extinction Event again. You know, I'm not sure I shouldn't be playing it. I'm sure somebody's watching this video out there at some point screaming, "Put the damn Extinction Event back, you fool! What's wrong with you? You can pull anything out of this deck you want. Just get rid of that. Just get that thing in there." You know, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, it's 24 still. But you know something? My curve's low. I might be able to pull a 16. I do have a couple of creatures of cycling. I do have some things I can move around. I have ways of pushing things into my graveyard and making Eerie Ultimatum just a little bit stronger. Because it does return lands as well. I mean, not that it's going to matter at that point, but it can bring it can put a couple of lands onto the field too. It can even bring back Evolving Wilds. You cycle the Adopted Triome, it brings it back. I mean, although you really kind of don't want to cycle it if you don't have to. But yeah, I mean, I think this turns out to be all right in this configuration. But then I would play 5 planes for the extra card for running, say, the Ozolith in this position. But yeah, I think this would be the deck. Deadweight, Garrus, the Ozolith, Humble Naturalist. I'm not going to read all the cards. You guys clearly saw the process. I would cross my fingers with this deck and just hope I drew enough cards to win the damn game. Pull off an Eerie Ultimatum and do some really fun stuff and give somebody a beatdown memory, even if I end up going 0-3. See, that one game where this guy brought like 15 things back with Eerie Ultimatum. What the hell? I'll be happy. That will make my day if that would have happened. But yeah, but this pre-release pack was pretty good. Got some good cards in here. Got the Ozolith, which I absolutely needed. So no complaints. Like I said, even if I lost with this deck, I would probably still have a number of great games with it. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you for watching. Hope everybody's staying safe. Do the usual, subscribe, like, bell things that you do for YouTube. And I'm going to sign off, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night. Peace.